God damn! All right.
Is this a hard pour?
It's a nitro. You got a hard pour, man.
Hard pour?
There's nothing on there that says hard pour. I'm trusting Adam.
Yeah, seriously.
I made a couple mistakes in that before.
We are trusting in Adam right now.
All right, I'm good.
Yeah. It's a bit of a tall boy, so.
Adam pulled through.
Oh, fuck me.
You can't put the entire thing. Quit being dumb!
All right. Well, my friends.
What's up, Mark?
What is up, Dave?
It's been a while, huh?
It has. This is, what's wrong?
What's the new guy's name?
Aaron?
A. Ron.
It's A. Ron.
It's Adam, guys.
No. Is it?
I think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's not what it said on the application.
I never put in an application.
Who the hell is this guy?
So how did you get in?
Who the fuck?
Who the fuck?
The door's open.
Who the fuck?
Well, welcome all the same, new guy.
Mm-hmm. Glad to have you here. Glad you replaced that other guy.
Yeah, let's drink to the other guy
not
leaving.
Here.
Woo! Nothing from him.
And since you said your name was Adam, right?
I think so, yeah.
And you're...
Oh, you know me.
I know you the
know
man.
me, dog.
Sports with Dave Romero.
Let's get right into it.
I don't know that, man.
That's not my line. Wait a minute.
Wait, hold on. I got it. My name is Marco Dupa. This right here, guys...
What is it?
It is the One Baron Podcast.
What is that?
It's a podcast about beer, friends.
I'm over this bit.
Okay. No, I'm excited to be back recording. What's up, guys? It feels good to actually be back. I've missed it.
Yeah.
I've missed the feeling
It was
of
a good break.
Yeah. No, it's good. We got, I feel like my batteries are recharged.
Yeah.
You guys feel like your batteries are recharged?
Yeah, I'm good.
I done been ready.
All right. So then let's fucking get into it. Let's get right into it. So many things happen. Wow.
He just goes, how are you guys?
Let's get into it. How's it going?
How do you like the weather?
No, I mean, I kind of wanted to do like a recap thing of like all the stuff that we missed from when we stopped recording.
There's just part one.
You're
part
right.
one of episode.
No, exactly. Seriously, there's way too much stuff. So, I guess the biggest thing.
But don't. If you say what I think you're gonna say,
I'm about to say it.
All right.
Go ahead.
Kanye West.
He's been waiting on
this
that.
beer. Hold on. By the way,
Looks like you're dripping that beer more than
all over the place. Mm-hmm. By the way, this is the Nitro IPA from Samuel Adams.
Yes.
Adam, his name. He brought this home, and I was excited when he brought it home. It looked good. We hard poured it right into the glass, and
You heard that hard pour.
It's pretty good.
You know, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what.
I tell you what.
If you got to pick between a Sam Adams Nitro IPA and that Guinness IPA, you go with the Sam.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God, this is
good,
so much better.
Good call.
Already.
Much better.
Early reviews. Early impressions. So, Kanye West.
Yeah.
He's been in the news lately.
Yeah.
And on the internet.
Yeah.
A whole lot.
Yeah.
Just in one spot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twitter.
All up in that Twitter.
Just sitting
I was
on
talking
there.
about title.
Oh, right.
That too. All right. So he's been in two spots.
Yeah. True.
So
Also Facebook asking Mark Zuckerberg for some money.
now he did that on Twitter.
Oh.
Ironically.
He went on Twitter and asked Mark Zuckerberg.
God, that guy's such an idiot.
Hilarious.
Tactical mistake.
Hilarious.
So yeah, no, I mean, I feel like most people that are, somewhat aware of hip hop have been anticipating this new Kanye West album for a while.
It's been marred in controversy, all of his own doing.
Yeah.
And it's really overshadowed
The album
itself, yeah.
Because I don't want to say nobody's talking about the album,
Yeah,
but
I haven't heard anybody say anything about that.
Well, and that's like you just said about the whole title thing. That's part of the reason.
Okay.
Like people can't really talk about it because they still need to get their hands on it.
So let's back up. What is Tidal?
Tidal is the streaming service that him and a bunch of other big name celebrities invested in. Big name musicians invested in.
Jack White.
It's supposed to be the streaming service of the future. Jay-Z, Kanye West, Jack White,
Bey,
Bey,
Queen Bey,
Nene. There's some other big names in there. I think Nicki Minaj was one of the people who invested.
Nicki.
Like a bunch of bunches. They all invested into this Tidal thing, which, you know, it's not really. I mean, who has Tidal?
Nobody.
No one I know personally
if you have
has
Tidal. Reach out for us.
Yeah,
I'll buy you a month of Tidal.
Right.
If you haven't already.
Yeah.
And I need proof. I need invoice statements. I'll give you the $10, and you know I'll bump it up for the lossless. That's a hard word to say. Lossless audio. I'll give you the extra 10 so you can actually see what you're getting your money worth. And if you're on mobile, you better be on Wi-Fi because those lossless charges can stack up pretty well.
I only listen to FLAC.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
Are you aware of
highest
how large those files are?
Of lossless files?
Yeah.
No,
hundreds of megabytes for one song.
For one song?
One song.
I know that one time I tried to find a FLAC file, and that was pretty big. So I can only imagine.
Yeah, you're talking about gigs for an album.
Do you think that
it's fucking insane?
Like, without having like a freaking Sennheiser like $2,000 headphone
there's
set,
no need for it.
Would it matter?
You can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
No.
Even on, I will go out as far as say like even on Bose headphones, you couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah. I mean, it's like there's no there's no way.
That's the main like selling point for this Tidal. You know,
is
service.
that you get the highest quality,
and you also get like exclusives. Obviously, I remember Jack White trying to sell it by saying, you know, you'll get this exclusive like footage from our concerts and stuff. But that's not enough. That sounds like bonuses on the DVD,
right?
You know, like
the incentives. The incentives so far have been
almost
pretty
like
terrible.
DLC.
Yeah.
Almost like day one DLC.
So to bring it back around to exclusive rights to works from artists, Kanye West, after all the controversy, did I tell you guys? I guess I told you guys in the chat. Should I tell the story of
Go ahead.
Trying to get the album, trying to get my hands on it?
No.
Tell us, Pop.
Okay.
So you got your peoples.
I got my peoples.
Went to the dark alley.
Yeah. I went around the corner.
The sketchiest file name I've ever seen.
What does the file say itself?
It says like, please buy this album.
Oh, that. Okay,
Some
yeah.
shit like,
please
buy this shit.
Album.
Please
you
buy
thief,
this shit.
And it's spelled thief incorrectly. Thief is spelled with 2 E's, which I thought it was incredible. They said, "Nah, fuck that album cover. I'm gonna clip art my own album cover in the hue of anyway."
Wait. This entire story is alleged.
Right. Yeah.
You didn't necessarily actually do any of this.
Proof of any of this.
Right.
I like how Adam's the legal.
Right. He's our legal team.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
Marco.
Right.
Which only adds to the bergness of him, if you know what I mean.
Whatever.
So
keep it going.
Kanye West, after all this controversy and blah blah blah, this, that, and the third, the only thing that really matters at the end of the day is the album itself. I want to get my hands on the album, right? Mm-hmm. So, waiting for the album to come out. It's supposed to come out on the 14th. Doesn't come out. He doesn't say why. Doesn't say what happened, other than the fact that he's adding more songs and shit to it. Right?
I think the day that happened, because I was right there with you, the day that you were like constantly refreshing your Twitter feed to see if he was going to actually put it out. The day after that, he ended up, like, I don't know if it was like a playful tweet or what, but he ended up blaming Chance the Rapper.
Right, yeah, I saw that, because Chance wanted to go back, do some different stuff, and then add Waves, the song.
Right.
So,
which, by the way, sidetrack, that song's really good.
It is a good song.
Yeah, so it may have been worth it.
I mean, it makes you almost like Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Because he sings pretty well on the song.
It's okay.
You would know if you listened to the album.
I'm not even going to give Kanye my time.
I mean, is it like a moral thing that you're just like not going to listen to?
Yeah, because it's completely like, who does that? The mind of a child is what I see when Kanye talks and acts.
Okay, so let's talk about what he did. just to give some context for
well,
people
and that'll give context to the story that I'm telling anyway.
Right.
So, okay. So he announces the album. The album doesn't come out. So then it's announced that he's performing on SNL. So then rumors start churning that, as soon as he's done, he's going to announce when he's going to release the album or give us the link to buy the album or whatnot. Blah, blah, blah. So sure enough, I sit through SNL. It's an okay episode. Melissa McCarthy was on. It was all right. I mean, they had that really good Beyonce sketch the day that white people realized Beyonce was black. That was pretty funny.
That was pretty good.
So I got to see that live, so that was fun. Get to the end. He has one performance is all right. The second performance they do Ultralight Beam, which is really good because Chance the Rapper loves music and he loves being a part of all of this. If you can say nothing else, Chance the Rapper is getting the opportunity of a lifetime, and he deserves it. He's a great rapper.
It's a very endearing character in hip hop.
And very sincere.
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to Acid Rap? Dude, you gotta listen to Acid Rap. It's a great mixtape.
So I'll put him great.
No, bring it back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you. So right at the end of the performance, he announces, he like yells, go to KanyeWest.com, rah, 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 go to Tidal, rah, 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 that's where the album is, rah, 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 rah. So then everyone storms both of those websites, and what's there? Nothing.
A Mos Def sound clip?
Mos Def, he had recorded this
Yasin
voicemail, and then Kanye West put it on his website, and then that's it. That's the only thing that's on there. So you go to KanyeWest.com, and it's just message from Yasin Bey. So you sit through this 10-minute thing. Everybody did it. I went on Twitter, and everybody was doing it. You sat through, you listened to this 10-minute voicemail of Yasin complaining about his passport and international laws. That's a whole nother thing that we could talk about. We're not gonna. But so you sit through that, and then it ends, and then nothing happens. You're like, what the fuck is going on? So on Tidal, there's nothing there. It's just the regular Tidal website. And on KanyeWest.com, there's nothing going on. Everybody's just sitting around with their thumbs up their asses waiting for the album to come out. Finally, I'm not ashamed to admit this, I waited till 2 in the morning for the websites to actually update. And they finally did. I go on Tidal.com, and there's the download link for the album. Put my credit card information in. They say, all right.
Shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You fucking sheep.
Yep. Yeah. Put my credit card information in.
Why was it so important to you?
Look, man, if we're being TBH, Kanye West is one of my favorite artists ever.
Why?
I love Kanye West.
Why?
Every album he's ever put out, save for maybe Yeezus.
Look at him as a person, though.
As a person, I still, honestly, I think that Kanye West, other than what he's been doing lately, everything else, I think has been an act. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. I think all of it is, I think he knows. I think he's way smarter than people give him credit for. I think everything he's doing is on purpose.
If it's an act, then it is a very long con. Because the moment I knew I wasn't going to like Kanye West was on an episode of Punk'd. When he got...
I paid for that film.
Yeah. He acted like a kid. He looked like a kid. And I knew from that moment, I got, it burned me up inside to see a grown man act like that.
Now, see, I saw that episode way differently than you did. I saw a guy who put his own money into filming that video, and then guys trying to take that from him. He's running around, trying to steal that reel back. He's saying, no, I fucking pay for this shit. You can't come in here and try to take this shit from me. This is my shit. That's how I saw it.
Okay, so... I think the level playing field we're on right now is that he is childish, but one person sees that as being passion play, the other person sees that as just being immature.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think you guys are reading the same sort of actions that he has, just completely differently.
Right. The motivations behind them, the intent,
right.
The actual awareness of them, I guess.
My problem with that is, he paid for it. It was his film reel. He put his own money, but he should have not run around like a kid. He should have just stood his ground and just been like, no, you're not taking this. And if you take this, we're going to have a problem.
Yeah, I guess he could have done that.
Much more respectable in my eyes.
That's true. I never
rather
really
than
thought
be
about
like
that. He could have just stood there and be
like,
like,
no,
"I'm not taking this.
It's mine. You're not gonna and run around. No,
Yeah.
grown man doesn't do that.
I mean,
Right,
honestly,
right.
I feel like Kanye West the same way I feel like Quentin Tarantino as a person. Like, I feel like they're both annoying dorks. If you were to ever actually meet them, they're both very talented people, but I probably wouldn't want to have a beer with them.
Not like George W. Bush, man.
Yeah.
It's a guy you want to have a beer with.
Right? Can't agree on anything else, but I mean...
I'd like to have a beer with him.
Yeah, why not?
No, yeah, I see that. So, okay. Put my credit card information in.
Yes.
Sheep. I put my
Slave.
name on the credit card. Sheeple slave. Sheeple M slave.
Sheeple dupa.
Click the thing. It says, good job. Your money's ours. Like, they don't send a download link. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I spent money on this. Don't get a download link. I checked my bank statement. There's a $1 like reserve charge on there from Tidal, but no download link. And then I go on Reddit and like 10 minutes into it, and people are already like blowing up Reddit with like, "Yeah, man, did you pay $20 for the album and not get a download link?" Yes, that happened to me. Like 40 different people are like, "Yeah, that happened to me. This is bullshit. Fuck Kanye West. I hate him. I hate Tidal. I'm not getting that shit. Blah 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 blah." So I never got the album. So
long story short,
I didn't get the album the way that Kanye West intended for me to get the album.
right?
Allegedly,
the way he intended, or did you
intended.
get it exactly how he intended?
I mean, I guess I got it the way that no, because he and his team of lawyers are trying to sue the Pirate Bay for lost revenue, for all the illegal downloads.
What did he think was gonna happen?
Hey, no, yeah, you're right. I agree with you, man. I agree with you.
The problem I have with this entire idea of him limiting it only to Tidal is that you can never own that album.
Right.
You're basically renting the stream of that album. You never physically own it.
Right.
Like, I'm somebody that likes to buy vinyl. I even buy CDs from time to time. And I like to physically own stuff. It's weird. Yeah, no. I know it's weird. I know it's weird.
Two played out medias. I still buy them. Sometimes I buy the one that's less played out. But more often, I buy the one that's most played out.
I'm an inch of beard away from getting cassette tapes.
Yeah.
So I just want to put that out there.
I skipped that era.
Yeah, no.
Just to piss David off. But I'm gonna go back to 8 tracks.
Yeah, no.
In
8
about a
tracks all
couple
the way.
months.
The rumor is that there is going to be a physical release. It's supposed to be like a deluxe version.
There's no question in my mind
Do you
that
guys
he's going to do
hear
that.
yourselves? Do you hear yourselves? There is a rumor of a physical release of an album.
Right.
Do you hear yourselves?
Okay.
But is that
all right.
not genius, though?
No.
Like, he has more like attention than I've ever seen any artist in the past 10 years.
Yeah. Every time he puts
Still
something
haven't listened
out.
to his album though.
Well, you're just one person. There's millions of people who downloaded that album.
with dignity and integrity in a room of 3.
Overrated.
Sorry,
Yeah, that's
room
a
of
stretch.
2 sheep.
That's a stretch.
Sorry,
Dignity,
I stand for something.
But-
It's not
pride,
Kanye.
But you know what? That's
Respect.
exactly what Kanye wants.
stretch.
Regardless of whether you love him or hate him, you're still talking about him. Mm-hmm. You're pressed for him, sir.
He's not getting my dollar though.
That's fine.
Sucker.
You're saying
I got
his
my
name.
dollar back. Moral of the story.
You know what's weird? We're actually a press unit for Kanye West right now
Yeah,
because
that's
we're
what we're
talking
doing.
about him right now.
He should fucking thank us.
Yeah.
He should be even more in debt because he owes us money
Yeah.
for this press release right
Right.
here.
Yeah.
Get some of that sweet Pirate Bay money.
Yeah.
But to your point, I mean, is this not the same thing? I mean, yeah, we're nerding out over bullshit like that, but is this not the same thing of like nerding out over like the next RPG that we're talking about? Is it not the same thing? It's just a different avenue. It's just a different way of
Yeah, that's
nerding out over
that's
stuff.
actually exactly what I was thinking about when you were talking about waiting until like 2:00 in the morning to see if there's going to be a download. It's like waiting for the midnight release of something,
Right.
You know? Or waiting like. I remember back in the day, I would
reminds me.
wait to watch the E3 coverage like all day.
Yeah.
I would do whatever I could to watch everything that came out because I knew it was going to be something exciting.
Yeah.
And I'd wait through, you know, like the freaking NBA 2K that I didn't give a shit about at the time. You know, football
Still don't
games
give a
and
shit.
yeah,
Fuck this sport shit. Fuck that sport shit.
look and listen for our review.
All the
NBA
same,
2K.
I've never done that with E3 either.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done a midnight release. Maybe I've done it once just to do it. I can't recall.
Yeah.
But still, I've never done any of that.
It's exciting. I feel like you get into the zeitgeist of it, and it's fun.
Yeah,
to a certain degree.
Exciting to be the first the first to do something in whatever. I mean, eventually everybody's going to do it.
Yeah, just to be on that cresting wave of something new, something you're excited about, something you actually genuinely enjoy. Like Marco was saying, like with the exception of maybe Yeezus, his catalog's been really good. So, and I mean, even I've talked to you about this, Marco. Looking back at Yeezus, it's actually not as bad as I originally thought it to be.
Yeah,
it's still not great, but it's not as bad as I thought it was originally.
Yeah, no, I've defecated on that album when it came out.
Yeah, but I think we all did.
I mean, it took what 4 years, 2 or 3 years. It was like 3 or 4 years now.
I think we may have talked about it in this.
We
podcast.
did.
You guys think he did it on purpose?
I don't know about that.
You think he just wanted his audience to mature, so they can look back and he's such a genius?
Well, no. And here's the thing, like
maybe.
Yeah, no. I honestly feel like he deserves some respect to a certain degree for trying different things.
Yeah.
Yeezus was a completely different album than what was it? Dark Fantasy,
Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, right. So he's trying. He's doing different stuff.
Nobody's doing what he's doing, for better or for worse. No one is doing what he's doing.
Is that why people like him?
Yeah,
because he's different.
Yes.
Does that necessarily mean he's good?
No. But it doesn't make him good. But most of what he does is good, though. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I'll fight anybody over this. I think it's one of the best rap albums ever made. Yes. And I think it's one of the best albums, period, made in the past 10 years at least.
The White Album!
We see you, Gavin.
So
that was him and Lottie.
So, so I mean, at the like I said, for better or for worse, he goes for it. He does different things. And another thing that this whole thing has been making me think about is our idea of celebrity and our idea of like what we want from celebrities. I was talking to a coworker who doesn't believe in the idea of celebrity, period, and their influence and what they represent to people and how important they are to people. The age-old argument of like, we pay celebrities millions of dollars to make a movie and teachers are making, $10,000, $30,000, $40,000. That allocation of money should be going to the right places. I get that. To not go down that road, because that's a whole nother topic that we could go down. But a guy like Kanye West, and this has given me a better appreciation for a guy like Floyd Mayweather, for instance. We've talked at length about Floyd Mayweather. We want these guys to speak their minds. We want them to be themselves. And then when they are, we're angry at it. We want, I don't know what people want from these guys anymore. I don't
want them to be themselves.
Why wouldn't you want, okay, you are proving to be the outlier of all of these arguments. Because most people don't like the PC bullshit that celebrities are putting out nowadays. They don't like the PC interviews.
I don't like the PC shit either, but I don't think the promotion of negative traits is good.
What do you mean,
being arrogant, being cocky, traits? Only caring about money as things being important. That's not positive things. Those are the traits I don't want to see.
Okay. But that's not a fair assessment of Kanye West, for instance. Yeah, that's a lot of the stuff that he's been focusing on, but that's not the full encompassing character of who he is. He's focused on many things before that. I mean, his whole catalog is focused on different things other than that.
Like a workout plan?
Yeah.
A workout plan? Come on, man.
Pretty deep.
Like a graveyard and spaceships.
Gold diggers?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
She ain't messing with no... Wait a minute.
Wait. But it's interesting to me because I personally would like for these guys to just go out there and say, you know what, I didn't like that movie that I did. Like when you listen to a podcast, so like Josh Brolin was on the Nerdist podcast.
That was a really good episode.
Great episode. Yeah. And he talks very openly and honestly about the movies that he's done in the past, where he's like, you know what, Jonah Hex, it was shit.
Hey, forgot about that movie.
Oh, yeah, right. There you go.
Possible Unreal.
Oh, no, buddy. Right. Yeah, we should do that. So he talked about how, he knew it wasn't going to be that good because the studios got
shots
there. Right.
For like 6 months or something.
So
Megan Fox can't act.
Things like that. I don't think he really touched on that. But that's probably.
Yeah. See,
but to hear a guy, But to hear a guy say stuff like that is refreshing. Now, you're right.
That's sexist.
A guy promoting negative stereotypes, especially about his own community, for instance, that's not what you want from people. But I do want them to be honest, for better or for worse. Like, people want it both ways. They want them to be humble. They want them to be PC, but then they don't want it. They want them to be honest, but they want them to be PC at the same time. You can't have it both ways. A guy like Kanye West is probably insane. He's probably out of his mind. But what would you, if you didn't have a guy like that? Like, I don't know, man. It's exciting to have a guy like that, for better or for worse.
If he didn't exist, there would just be someone else to take his place.
There would not. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that there would be a guy doing what he does because people are afraid to do what he does. He's putting himself out there. He's probably going to lose millions of dollars, millions of money in endorsements. He's already lost millions
of dollars, Marco.
Well, exactly. To further what he believes is his artwork. Maybe we don't think that. Maybe we listen to the album and go, "Bleached assholes." That's not a clever lyric. That's terrible. Yeah. I hate that a lot.
It was a pretty bad line.
It is a bad line.
Yeah. What was the line?
Oof, buddy. It's on the second song on the album.
Oh, man, I must have turned it off right before.
He jumps right in.
No, yeah. It's like, it's the first lyric on the second song. Immediately jumps right in.
Wait, was it? What was the line that I heard that I thought was ridiculous?
There's a couple of them on there.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. We'll go ahead with the bleached asshole line.
It's if I fuck this model and she just bleached her asshole and I get bleach on my t-shirt, I'm gonna feel like an asshole. That's it. He rhymes asshole with asshole.
Asshole, yeah.
And and he doesn't really say much after that.
What a genius.
I mean, that's genius bars.
Genius bars.
So, Mark,
like
I gotta ask you, are you upset about this whole thing? I feel like you would be upset.
Upset about what?
About the whole album release, about you pre-ordering it, not getting the album, having to go through titles, still not getting the album.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, that does upset me, and it upsets me like, and this is what I was saying earlier. Maybe I wasn't saying it to you, but I was saying it to Ian. This whole time, I've always believed that he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's doing it on purpose, and he gets that the controversy and being at the tip of the zeitgeist is what sells his albums as much as the quality of the albums themselves.
Which actually, makes sense with him being with like Kim Kardashian. Right. It's the same exact deal.
It's right there.
I believe she's not a complete idiot because she is a multimillionaire off of the fame she got after doing a sex video?
Right.
And being friends with Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ray J.
Yeah, he hit it first.
So all of those things considered, it's really starting to be very difficult to, first of all, be a fan of his, and second of all, believe that what he's doing recently is intentional because of how difficult he has made it to get our hands on the actual product. You push everything aside, and all that really matters is the Life of Pablo, the album. And if I have to fight you to get my hands on your product, you're making it difficult as a fan, as a lifelong fan. Right. As long as he's been around as an artist, since Get Well Soon, his mixtapes, I've been a lifelong Kanye West #1 fan. And for it to get to this point where like I have to fight the dude to get my hands on his product, I don't know. It's starting to get to a point where it's like I don't know if this is intentional anymore, or if he is really just, and Rhymefest, his writing partner, who's been with him since Chicago, since back in the day, saying that he's mentally unstable and that he needs help. Is that part of the show, or is that real? Is Rhymefest really like, dude, he needs help and somebody needs to get him? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell
nowadays, especially nowadays, because I feel like it was pretty obvious back then that he wasn't going like that far. He's going too far now. Yeah. He's taking steps that actually hurt his fans, like you're saying.
Right.
So that makes me think like he may be believing his own hype at this point. And it might be backfiring on him now.
Right.
So you don't see like the way things are lining up for this whole album release, how he's $53 million in debt, and suddenly the company that he's invested in is the only location to get the albums that are released on his record label.
No, that makes perfect sense.
You don't see this lining up as just a money grab, that he's just pretty much saying, fuck the fans?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it could be that. That could be exactly what it is. And that's insulting. I mean, if that's what it turns out to be, that it would be insulting.
Like exactly what it is. Because what's he doing? Asking Mark Zuckerberg for $1 billion for quote unquote Kanye West ideas.
I mean,
but
we
if
don't
he
know
actually,
what those Kanye West ideas are, though, man.
Could be another video game. Could be another video game.
I can't wait to play that game. By the way,
yes, I really like
not because I'm looking forward to it. I just want to see what pile of shit he puts out.
Well,
yeah,
another money grab. I hope it's a runner game.
It looks like it's
and
just
it's just his mom like running to heaven, and you gotta dodge like.
I gotta say,
like Jay-Z's albums and shit.
If you want to see like the worst comments on all of the internet, look at the videos that have been posted of his video game about his dead mother.
Oh, there's videos of that? I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, he didn't unveil at his Madison Square Garden show.
Well, I mean, hey, that's society, right? That's people. You open yourself up to that when you make that character and you create yourself and you ask for all that attention, and then you're arrogant and you insult people and you insult the people that people love, like Taylor Swift, for instance.
Right. Yeah. What's up? Why can't you just leave her alone? Leave Taylor alone.
Well,
she's a sweet girl.
Honestly, man, don't get me started on Taylor. Don't get me started on Taylor Swift. I can't stand Taylor Swift.
What, yeah. Can I say something? Because I was thinking this.
What's wrong with T Swift?
When you're talking about people being honest, you and I have talked about this in public and made a lot of people very uncomfortable in this conversation.
It's been very strange.
But you and I both believe...
Where was I?
You were there.
You were there.
When?
You were there.
You were there. You were there.
It was when we were doing trivia. Anyway, so you and I both believe that Taylor Swift, even though she seems like America's sweetheart, you look in her eyes, she's not.
There's blackness behind those eyes, man.
Her eyes are black like Jaws. Like a doll's eyes.
You think she's an android?
I think there's something... I feel like there's something sinister behind her.
I was just about to say something fucking sinister about her, man. I'm telling you.
Like she is too...
I like when she wears red.
She is too perfect. She's too neat and clean. I feel like there is a rage monster behind her. I think
she's too much woman for you to handle, Adam.
No, I mean, there's... Dude, there's
she's too American for you, Adam.
Maybe too much freedom.
Clearly,
there's been like small little rumors and stuff about how what
that's funny. It's funny. Dating a girl that's British.
Where's she? Dude,
yeah.
Yes, no. There's stories about how like none of this been substantiated, but like what we've been saying all along is like this is an image that she's purporting. I think honestly that everything that Kanye West is saying is true. That he called her and they talked about that line, that controversial line, and she said, "Oh yeah, do it. It's not a big deal. I'm not really gonna sweat it." Then when it comes out and all these people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he said that. It's so misogynistic. Why does he keep bringing up Taylor Swift and shit?" Then she gets ahead of it and says, "No. I didn't say he could do that. I didn't say he could do that. I'm telling you, that's what the fuck happened."
And I mean that
I was there.
I mean that makes
I heard it. I was on the three-way at a phone call.
All this sounds like an awesome like story arc for the WWE or something. You know what I mean? That's why it's so entertaining. That's why I'm okay with this happening.
Yeah. Well, rap is just the WWE.
Yeah, it's boasting. It's rumors. But I brought that up. I brought up the potential two-faced nature of Taylor Swift because you brought up the fact that you respect the fact that he is who he is. Period. Yeah. You don't feel like he's really putting on a facade in his heart of who he is as a person.
Right.
Like, he just says what he feels. That's it. Whereas, I feel like Taylor Swift is the opposite of that, where we feel like she is too perfect and she is just putting on airs to make herself seem like America's sweetheart.
Right.
Like, what would you prefer? Would you prefer Taylor Swift or would you prefer Kanye West?
Taylor Swift. I like looking at Taylor Swift more than Kanye West.
All right, fair enough. Let's move on.
I mean, let's just move on.
Yeah, all right.
But really, that's at the end of the day, you should listen to the album. I mean, you're not giving them anything at this point, right? Just listen to it out of curiosity. Exactly. So just listen.
I definitely bootlegged it.
He didn't do it. So allegedly.
I downloaded it illegally from the Pirate Bay.
No.
I burned copies and distributed it for $5 an album. If you need to get in touch with me, Obesius@gmail. Place your orders.
Listen to it so we can talk about it. I want to hear your opinion on it.
We should. I'm going to play it right now on the podcast for the next hour. So it's just another distribution.
Perfect.
And now, the life of Pablo.
All right.
Yeah, fuck Kanye.
Okay.
All right.
Let's fucking move it along.
Okay.
What else the fuck happened, man?
iTunes?
I was really juiced up on that.
You want to talk about iTunes?
What happened with iTunes?
Not iTunes, Apple.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Yes.
With
yeah.
the government
Right.
saying that they need a backdoor to get into the San Bernardino shooters' iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
this has been going on since 2001. After 9/11, the Patriot Act gave up a little bit of freedom for more security, or give up more security for more freedom.
Right.
And this just kind of plays into that even more.
One of those things. You know, they say that the law that they're trying to reference so that they can force Apple to do this is a law from like 1789 or something, the All Rights Act. Yeah. It's a very broad stroke law.
Still relevant.
Yeah,
still
that
relevant.
they can still, like, courts can still use it and still reference it, because anything that's on the books you can use as a precedent.
That's good, because you can, if it works for the people who are passing the bills, of course they're not going to get rid of it or amend it at any point. Gavin, where the hell are you?
Yeah,
seriously.
we need you.
Speaking of which, if anybody hasn't noticed, our off-camera, off-mic man, Gav Benner, has been shipped off to the good old US of A. We killed him. He's buried. He's off doing his officer training.
Yep.
In Montgomery, Alabama.
Montgomery.
We miss him. Mm-hmm. We know he's doing well.
If you're listening, we love you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Still love you.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to
Hey.
Gav.
Cheers to Gavin.
Hey, thanks for your service, Gav. I was the first one that said it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. All right.
Proud of you.
So, going back to the topic at hand. I mean, I found this out because I work with a bunch of people that work with computers all day and work on the internet.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, one
work with computers all day on the internet.
They type on the computers. They make the words happen.
Adam's there with a typewriter.
So no, these guys are web developers, and they know what the fuck they're talking about most of the time.
Right.
And so I found out about it because one of our developers was like, "Everybody, stop what you're doing right now."
Did he find out about the computers? Or?
Yeah, no. It's pretty tough.
Go ahead.
He says, "Everybody, stop what they're doing. Look at this article," and it was the one that was originally pushed out by Apple's. Appers.
Their statement.
Yeah, their statement. Their full statement. I read most of it, and
TL.
I mean, it's really long. It's a really long statement. I'm sorry.
This is so important that he read most of it.
TLDR.
It's the best you get out of our generation. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
It's not in a tweet.
You know, I would love halfway through it just goes, well, you stopped reading at this point.
Yeah.
So, we're just going to do whatever you want.
The secret of life is...
By the way, clicking on this link through an iPhone...
gets you the new Kanye West album.
Kanye West album.
You've agreed to the terms and service of the new backdoor.
Yeah. So anyway, he was really disturbed, and most of the developers on our team were very disturbed by this because it means, first of all, giving up freedom, as we were talking about. You know, this sets a precedence where a government agency can come in and check. People are a little confused on this. It's not just the data that you send out and receive. It's the data on your actual physical phone.
Yeah.
So within the hard drive of your phone, people can look at that if they see you as a threat.
Right.
If they label you a threat to the United States, they can look at your phone legally.
Yeah.
So there goes all your nudes.
All those nudes.
Out there to the FBI.
Collection of
I want them to see
and the
it.
NSA. Yeah, no, me too. Bomb, terrorist.
Bomb.
All right, we're good. So,
wait, to cover our nudes?
No, I'm saying that's going to get them to follow us now.
Oh.
So
I thought it was to get throw them off the trail of our nudes. So you yell out bombs and nudes or terrorists.
Now they'll never find our nudes.
They'll never know. So anyway, it's not only that though. It's not only that threat, but the fact that making that back door open leads to security issues as far as hackers. Mm-hmm. Because right now, apparently, Apple's pretty good at what they do.
Yeah, I mean, the way that I read it and interpreted it was, the government saying we're gonna keep this secret safe, Apple, so you don't have to worry about it. You just got to give us the back door this one time, bro. We'll hold on to this though, but we'll keep it safe.
Yeah,
but as soon as it leaks,
it's
there it goes. There it goes.
And I mean, they apparently want Apple to develop new technology for this backdoor, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, it's not that. It's their script. It's their code. They know how to get through it.
Just they've never tried.
Just being able to do it,
because that was the point of it.
Just being able to do it would break it pretty much and
Yeah.
defeat the purpose of it being there.
Right.
They can't even.
So you do it,
Right.
and again, all of these things are all about setting a precedent. So you do that, and now you've given the government permission, basically. And yeah, like you said, the government's just gonna, come on, Apple, it's just gonna be this one time, just the tip, this one time. And you know what? We're getting fucked every time after that.
Yep,
that's it. So I applaud Apple for going, fuck y'all.
Well, we don't know if they said no yet.
They said that they're gonna try to fight it in court. Right. That's basically what the statement was. Like, we believe that it's against people's civil freedoms.
And so did Google and Amazon, I think.
That would be amazing if all of those services banded together and said, we can't let that happen.
Right.
Because that's the point of these things.
Yeah.
Is personal, private security. And even when I was a kid, when they created the Patriot Act after 9/11, even when I was a kid, I understood, that just doesn't sound right to me.
Yeah.
And people would say, well, if you've got nothing to hide, then don't worry about it. And it's not about that.
You know what? That is the most frustrating statement that I've heard about this entire complex issue.
To me, it's true. Yeah, you're right. But at the same time, that shouldn't be your point.
Right.
That's exactly how fascism starts. It starts with an inch. That's all it takes, is that precedence to be set, and then we are constantly being watched.
Yeah. If you've got nothing to hide, then the government should just be able to walk in your house and take a look around. You're not hiding anything, right? That's where it leads to.
Are you hiding Jews?
Yeah, you can't be hiding. If you've got nothing to hide, then don't worry about it.
You are.
Well, we've got a couple of them. I mean, but that's where that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I'm not one to be slippery slope. That's what's going to happen. It's just a second until we end up in complete fascism. But honestly, this is the stuff that scares me. This is some V for Vendetta stuff and some Orwellian nightmare.
1984.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Animal Farm, 1984. That entire thing.
All kinds of. They're already developing. Police have drones that they have. I mean, can you imagine that? You're just walking around and police. You don't see police anymore. You see drones. That's it.
That's the fucking future, state, Marco.
Bro. That's it.
It started with CCTV. As soon as that happened, they just get better and better at watching people. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that it's not saving lives, because it probably is. But at the same time, what are we? But
how many lives is it actually saving, man? It's not saving the people who fucking that guy who got killed outside that McDonald's, and they had the fucking video, or a Burger King or whatever it was.
Right.
They had the fucking video, and the police came in and erased that shit. It's not fucking helping anybody.
Yeah.
It's helping them when they need it.
I mean,
it's not helping us.
Yeah, I don't see how. It's tough to say no and yes at the same time, because it's all right, I see what you're trying to do, but is that all you're gonna do? But if that's all you're gonna do, then are you actually gonna do it?
Right.
Because if they do, imagine if there is another shooting, God forbid, or inevitably,
not if there will be another shooting,
shooting, another bombing, and the bomber does have an iPhone, and on the iPhone in his fucking notes just has it right there. Imagine,
what they could gain.
Government
from
just
being able to...
Government just looks at Apple told you, man.
Yeah.
Fucking told you.
But it's just, it's bigger than that one incident or the next incident or even the next incident. It's what it says about the future. And companies like Apple need to hold strong and say, I feel for the victims' families. I understand that, but you can't use them to deem this necessary,
right,
to say that we need to do this.
I gotta disagree, and I gotta say you don't. You say that now because it doesn't affect you directly.
No, you're right. It's very easy for me to say that.
And that's
because I'm not part of the victims.
That's the one thing that worries me, because it's like, I don't know, maybe it's different for me because I travel so much. Because like if one person in the airport just decides to lose their shit, or just decides to do something,
right.
that's my ass,
Yeah.
And if it can be stopped, then great. I'm all for that. But at the same time, I can't,
But
it's tough. I don't want to take a stance on it. It's that kind of subject.
It's difficult. It's definitely complex and difficult. It's not a yes or no answer. There's intricacies to this entire thing. However, look at the opposite side of that, though. Because there are also people that will be persecuted, just as it's been since 9/11, that this fear that is perpetrated through the government as well, is leading to us all be fearful of and hate things that really should not be hated. I don't know.
I think there's a little earmark in that Apple thing. It just says, we're going to get Kanye's album out of his iPhone.
Probably.
That'd be good for everybody, I think.
But what I'm trying to say is the perpetration of fear that is caused by the thought of, I have nothing to hide, therefore go ahead and search these brown people.
Right.
Because it doesn't affect me. Like, that's what I heard from somebody that I work with, was that...
They said that?
No.
Not the brown people part.
They didn't say that.
I would go to HR if they said the brown people.
Yeah, no, they didn't say that.
You gotta talk about brown people out here?
They did not say that. But what they said was...
Got a couple brown people in you. You can't say that.
If they want to search people, and they want to search people's phones, I don't care. I have nothing to hide. Literally, that's exactly what they said.
No, and that's the scariest thought to. And there's people who.
And one of my friends that I work with, he is from Middle Eastern descent, at least half, and he has been through the paces after 9/11, obviously being searched more, just being looked at differently when trying to get jobs and things like that. And he doesn't even look really Middle Eastern. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's scary to think if he was like a practicing Muslim, brown skin, like, I couldn't even imagine how that is.
Right.
So, I mean, just that thought process of, I don't really care because I am blonde and white. Like, that should not be the main.
So when you hit him
thought.
with that, check your privilege.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I hate to do that, but the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter until it starts affecting your own people.
Right. No, and that's exactly what it's a very American thought. It's a very selfish thought.
You tell that person move to Eastern Europe, where your skin and your hair don't matter, where you're from matters, where white fights whites, and there is no color difference. Then come back. Tell us how you feel.
No, but for real, people here don't understand that until it happens to them.
Right.
You don't understand.
Just imagine that. You can't grasp your mind around that concept of a white person being racially, prejudiced against another white person because of where they're from.
Right.
We don't see things like that here. We see white, black, brown, and so forth. And when you break that and it becomes something that is able for them to relate to, where it's not color, it's ethnicity, where you are literally born, heritage.
Yeah. But people think that we're living in a post-racial. They want us to be living in a post-racial world. You need to have your door kicked in by police officers with black masks on to understand why that's a scary thought that they can just go through your phone and go, well, if you got nothing to hide, then you shouldn't worry about it. When you have that shit happen to you, then you can understand why that's a frightening thought that can actually happen.
I honestly think that sentiment comes from people that are either like willfully ignorant or they just don't fit the profile that is currently being targeted.
Right. So
it's
easy to say, like we were saying earlier, it's easy for me because I'm not part of the victim's family to say like, there's no way I could let that happen. It's easy for me to say that. And it's easy for people who have that privilege to say, well, I mean, I've got nothing to hide, so I don't have to worry about it.
Right.
So.
But you're not getting randomly searched.
Right.
Like
you're not being taken out of the airport line because you're wearing,
I mean, even pushing it back to New York City's stop and search, they stopped doing that.
Recently. That was ridiculous, though.
But here's the thing. People are saying, well, it worked.
What do you mean it worked?
New York got cleaner after that.
Yeah.
It's because you're stopping and searching every single black person that's just trying to get home.
All right.
You know, you're gonna find somebody that's doing.
Yeah, it's New York. You're
doing
gonna
crime.
find someone on the street walking
Correct.
who happens to be black. Yeah, of course. It's
But
New
then,
York.
but then you know what you do? You create an animosity against the police system.
Right.
Yeah.
By people that wouldn't normally be against the police.
Right.
And then they wonder why people are against the police force when
Right.
they're getting randomly searched, harassed, beaten up for no reason.
Right.
You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. And that goes for terrorism too. You know, the entire thought process of Donald Trump makes it so that terrorism flourishes because Muslims are being persecuted.
Right.
That's its cycle. That's what happens. That's exactly what they want. They want us to fear terrorists because they want us to be put up on that pedestal to say, look, they hate Muslims.
Right.
Look at how they're treating them. They hate
Yeah.
They hate
Well,
immigrants.
Did you see
Come to our side.
Did you see the lady who was at one of his protests? One of his protests, one of his rallies.
Yeah, I
And she
did.
was just there, and they had to escort her out. She was just there in traditional Middle Eastern garb
With a sign.
that said, I can't remember what the sign said, but it was like a peaceful statement. And she was there, and they interviewed her after, and was like, "Why were you even there?" She was like, "I wanted people at these rallies to see what an actual Muslim looked like. I am a real Muslim. I wanted them to see me, to actually be able to say, to direct that hatred towards a real person and not an entity, not an idea of
A big bad wolf.
right, to like a real person." And they had to escort her out because that rally went nutso on her. Started spitting at her and started screaming at her and like yelling all these racial epithets and all this stuff. And they had to escort her out. One person, this old lady. And that's the kind of fear-mongering shit that we're walking into. And it's fucking frightening.
It's
man.
crazy. It really
frightening.
is scary.
That
yeah.
is insane. No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
kudos to that woman.
No, yeah, definitely. But it's
Because it takes a lot of courage to stand up in the face of ignorance like that.
Yep.
yeah, it does. It does. Well,
This has been the One Beer Podcast.
I think it's a good place to cap this baby off. Before we get going, I think we should get it on a lighter note and try to review this beer because
we need to drink more.
Right.
Apparently.
And this beer is a good way to. It's a good way to go. It was a good purchase. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good.
Oh yeah, that was a good nitro back.
Yeah, I really like
that.
that
I think
one.
that's one of the better nitro IPAs that I've tried.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
I would agree. So, gentlemen, season 3, give it a score. First score of season 3.
5.
5.
Out of 6 bottle caps.
I think I'm gonna go. Oh man, it was delicious.
That was good.
I think I might have to agree with you.
Yeah, I'm going 5.
Unanimous 5. First beer, season 3, episode 70.
Look it up. Look it up.
70 season 3.
Something in there.
This has been the One Baron Podcast.
What was it?
This has been the One Baron Podcast.
Okay.
My name is Margo Dupa for Aaron Rodriguez.
Yay.
Sports with Dave Romero.
Back.
Thank you guys for listening. Have a beautiful evening and always drink delicious, hard-working brew. Good night.
Lost to be found by someone to save you when you're down. Yes, I'm bored when it's bright out, so cold. When it's light out, it hurts to realize what you want. Sometimes it hurts to realize what you want. Sometimes.
Know you like that poetry I drop at the end, though.